learn about routing in computer networks. We'll cover the concept behind routing and different types of routing, as well as the advantages and disadvantages of routing. So, what is routing? Routing is the process of directing the data packets or the data or the information that we have from source to destination, right? We will have a source node, or a source node can be any local computer or remote computer, or anything, and we'll be sending our data or information from a source node to the destination node. So for that process, that whole process of sending the data from source node to destination node is called routing, and this is mainly done with the help of router. So let's understand this better with the help of an example. Let's say, let's imagine that you want to send a letter from Delhi to Mumbai, or to Kolkata, or to Agra, right? To anywhere you want to send a letter. So you will obviously not just throw it away in there, right? You will use roads to send that information, to send that letter. You will use post offices and different directions as well, right? So similarly, when a computer wants to send the data, routing is the process, or routing is the main thing which actually helps in deciding the best path for the packets, or the different data packets mainly, to travel from source to the destination. And this routing is mainly done by the routers. You can think of them, they are just a hardware tool for transferring the data from source node to destination. You can actually think of it like a traffic police at intersections, right? Like they will help you they in guiding the packets, where to go and how to go. So this is mainly what is the role of the routers, and they mainly operate at the network layer, that is the third layer. So routing mainly ensures the efficient and the reliable delivery of packets, right? And for routing, multiple different routing algorithms and different metrics are considered to decide the best path, the best route for sending the data or data packets to the destination node. Now, how does the routing works? Um, the firstly, the routing will start from the source node, right? The source node will be having all the data. So the first step is that the data is broken down into data packets, multiple data packets, and then each of that data packet will be having that destination IP address, right? Let's understand this better with the help of the example. Let's say that you have a huge cake, and you want to send small slices of this cake to you want to send this to your friends houses, right? So the first step what you will do is that you will split that cake into different pieces, right? So just like breaking the data into different data packets, right? So you will split that cake into different pieces of cake, and then you will be sending that cake you will be keeping that cake inside a box, and then you will be sending that cake to a friend's house. So you may require, or you may need to write the address of your friend, or the name of your friend to whom you are sending that piece of cake, right? So similarly, every data packet will be having the destination IP address along with them, written along with them, right? And then further, the third point comes, the router will check the routing table for the best path. Will be having multiple or different routing algorithms or different routing table, which are actually useful for checking the best path. What will be the best path to reach or to send our data packet to the destination? This is what is done with the help of the routing table. At last, there may be chances that our data packet or may go through different routers because of traffic or any other obstacle. So in that case, multiple routers can also occur, or multiple routers can also be used. And last, every router will actually assemble or reassemble at the destination, Every data packet actually will reassemble at the destination. So yes, in this way we can actually send our data from the source node to a destination node. So what we did was that we first broke down our data into multiple data packets, and then we sent each of our data packet along with the routes with the help of the router. And the router actually used the routing table for identifying the best path. There are chances that may all the data packets travel through the same path, or maybe they different data packets take up different routes or different paths to actually reach to the destination. So but at last they will reassemble at the destination address, and this way the data will be transferred from the source node to the destination node. Now comes the types of routing. There are mainly three types of routing: static routing, dynamic routing, and the default routing. So, static routing is configured manually, it is simple, and it is used in small networks. Uh, let's think of a let's think of there is a you think that you want to go from Delhi to Agra, and there is always a fixed bus route. Like the bus driver has always has fixed it that he will always take a fixed bus route, and he will never change that route for reaching Agra from Delhi. So similarly, in static routing, there is a fixed route or fixed path is set manually by the network admin. And yes, it is simple, but it is not flexible because you cannot change that route, you cannot change that path. So this is mainly done and mainly used in small networks. Now the second one is the dynamic routing. It is automated, it adapts changes and uses algorithm. Mainly in dynamic routing, what happens is that the router which we have, it automatically keeps learning and keeps updating the routes itself. Right? Like for example, the Google Maps. Yeah, right. It will keep updating our routes whenever there is traffic. So similarly, this is what happens in dynamic routing. It will keep updating and will keep learning and will keep updating its routes according to the um its traffic, whatever traffic is occurring. At last, there is default routing. In default routing, it is used when there is a single exit point, and it sends all the unknown packets to a default gateway. There is always, in default routing, there is always one default gateway, one default gate. Let's understand this better with the help of an example. Let's think of like you are in a building, you're present in a huge building, and there is only one gate is present, right? So all the people that will be present in the building will be using that one gate only for the exit. So similarly, in default routing, there is only one way out for the packets. So this is mainly what is meant by default routing. Now comes the advantages of routing. So routing is very powerful concept because it actually helps in ensuring the efficient data transmission. It makes the data transfer very efficient, and it supports scalability for large networks. It handles big networks. Obviously, it helps if we want to send the data Mm, there are multiple nodes may present in large network. You want to send the data from one node to a different node, then in that case routing actually plays a very huge role in efficient data transmission. And third point is it provides load balancing. Just like if there is huge traffic at one path, so it will actually help the data packet in diverting and taking up the path which will be less traveled. Yes. And the fourth and the fifth point is that it helps in securing and reliable communication, and it adapts to topology changes. Yes. So I hope that is clear. Now the last is the disadvantages of routing. So of course the routing is not perfect. There are always some disadvantages to routing. And the uh, first one is the static routing. In static routing, the main disadvantage is that it is difficult to manage in large networks. Right, because in static routing, what we are doing is that we are manually setting the routes. But in large networks, it will be very impossible. It will become very hectic for the network admin to manually set the routes for every transmission of the data. So in big networks, static routing usually fails. Second one is the dynamic routing. The disadvantage in dynamic routing is that it consumes more CPU and the more bandwidth, because obviously the routers, they keep learning and they keep updating their routes, right? So it actually consumes more CPU and more bandwidth. And the default routing misconfiguration can actually cause the routing loop. By this we mean that in default routing, what we were doing is that we were just sending everyone, right, to a through a single gate only, which can also lead to traffic jam of packets, right? Can lead to huge traffic of packets. So this is one thing which can occur in default routing, and it can create issues if misconfigured. So yes, that's all for today, and I hope you understood this concept of routing. And if you like this video, then please share and subscribe and like. Thank you.